What's going on? Shine bright like a diamond. You're beautiful like diamond in the sky. If y'all cannot hear me, I will have to just cut this off then, and I will have to just do it pre-recorded. Y'all hear me now, or there's still issues? It's crazy. My internet is acting unknown. When I start streaming, now they will start saying it's connection issues. Stream all get it together. I'm paying all this money for what? Oh, y'all hear me now? Okay. All right. If it still acts up and y'all cannot hear me, let me know. Then I'm gonna have to just end it because I don't want to waste my life like the beginning part. Y'all can't hear me, and it's crazy. All right, let's get into it. So I don't want to take too long because I don't know what's going on. But yeah, y'all been here for Housewives. How y'all here for? How y'all like enjoying Atlanta Housewives of Rhode Island? Let me tell you, the Real Housewives of Rhode Island is a new series. We're gonna talk about it. And yes, it's a loosely paper chicks. And they did a good job. They did a good job. And it's crazy because it's like a sister to New Jersey. And I never really got into New Jersey. So I get to start fresh with a new Housewives show because I need to get to another one because I only been watching Atlanta and Potomac. And I tried to get in Beverly Hills. I couldn't get to that. Salt Lake City, I tried in the first season. It didn't kick and grasp my attention. Even though those shows is not that bad. It's just that I just couldn't grasp it. But now the Rhode Island girls, they knock it off right off the park since episode 1. So I'm gonna stick with them. And they did a good job. So hopefully they can stick with it. And I say it gave me what Housewives was supposed to be. The opulence, the money, the drama, sit down, talk trash, and live up and stay in your truth. That's what Housewives supposed to be. Now let's get into it. But we're gonna start with Housewives of Atlanta first. And then we're gonna do Rhode Island. And then we get off here. All right. Shoot. When y'all came in, did y'all hear the intro? Because maybe I couldn't hear the intro. Oh, maybe that was whatever. Don't worry about it. It is what it is. I put the time mark when it started hearing, so we get into it. All right, Real House of Atlanta is back in another season. It's season 17. Wow, I can't believe it's season 17. I watched close to near man 17 seasons of Housewives of Atlanta. Oh, child. And then I stopped watching Potomac, so y'all won't get no hear from me from that. It's like that. When we do Mr. Social Corner, I'll announce who made it the next season. Yes. Yes, intro play fine. Okay, thank you. So maybe some in between it got messed up. All right, so I'm not gonna talk about those taglines. Both the taglines for Atlanta and Rhode Island didn't really move me. And I think the taglines is last why I just kind of point to me pointly. It just haven't been interested anymore. I'm just not interested in hearing on taglines. I know that's about to anticipate thing. Everybody up for it. They say, I can't wait to hear what they say. I said, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's move on to the actual drama of the show. So I'm not gonna tell you who my favorites, who I dislike. I didn't care for it. I didn't care for it. So I didn't talk about no taglines. All right. So Angela came in. Yes. I was impressed with Andre taglines. Exactly. I wasn't impressed at all. Angela came in. She said, listen, I'm not debunking no more rumors. That exactly, because you was fighting. Girl, you was windmilling for these rumors last season. Your first season. And don't know, Angela was great her first season. That's why she came back again. So hopefully she continue on. And she's a little bit of a bold carrier because she just wants the ladies to stay in the truth. You tell her something, she gonna go back and tell it. Y'all should know that she did that last season. So you tell her something, she gonna go and tell the other person. Y'all can get it, hash it out, and call it a day. We not gonna sit here going behind each other back, and then nobody, and then you get in each other faces, and then you're gonna share it. Like Kelly, Horshaw, Horshaw, Horshaw. But I would say, girl, you ain't say Horshaw when she was reading your behind about some married man. Got you looking all dumbfounded. Oh, I forgot the taglines of RJOA. I mean, because RJO Rhode Island, because I was really, when tagline came on, I just tuned out. But the taglines of Rhode Island wasn't that bad. I just know. I just don't care for it anymore. So she said she not bucking no rumors, and she gonna let it fly, and whatever it is, and then she gonna continue about her life. She's still married. She's still with Charles, and she didn't like that Charles went on figure into a podcast and try to insinuate that he got married with Angela because he was under the substance. I said, boy, if you gonna get on figure internet and try to tell people that I kind of probably drug you to get married to me, oh, you're gonna have hard problems and when you going home. Because we not playing that kind of games. We're not playing that kind of games. I don't care how many jokes do you are. Some things you don't joke. I know people know that they spouse jokes, or you might get a spouse that jokes a lot. But I say, yeah, I might like that you joke and I might laugh at your jokes, but some things you don't joke about. Because people might take that the wrong way. And I'm not joking about that. You're not gonna come in and telling me that, oh, I did something to you. I don't care if you were laughing or something. I ain't care about all that. Don't play that. So now I know he has to apologize about that because he say that's kind of who he is. He likes Joseph, but he don't want to make it seem like he wasn't like that. So Peach Juice and K Michelle. Yes, we got K Michelle. Remember if y'all remember K Michelle? K Michelle is a famous musician. She's a lot of her music is great. And now she knows she's doing the country route. And we wait for the country album. Like we talked about it, like we waiting for it. We're waiting to hear it. I know she put out some country singles out there. It's cute. But waiting for the album. So hopefully she give us something. And her Peach Juice. You know it's crazy they introduced Kate Michelle as Peach Juice friend. If y'all are new to my channel, y'all don't know Peach Juice is Portia. Sometimes I nickname people. And when I get them nicknames, I stick with the nicknames. So Peach Juice is the only one so far in this cast that I give a nickname to, but whatever. So Peach Juice, and they introduced K Michelle as Peach Juice friend. I said, like K Michelle is not a well-known person that we don't know who she is. Don't introduce as K Michelle friend. But you usually with a new cast member, even if you know them or not, they have to be introduced as somebody who already cast as a friend to put them in. So people who might not know K Michelle will see it, but most people who watch Love and Hip Hop will know who she is, and not just Love and Hip Hop. She was a musician, actual real artist. So we know who she is. So it was good. She was talking about doing a country album. She was making scene. She said Beyonce know that she was doing a country album and she did her one herself, but it's no beef between her and Beyonce. Like I try to make it seem like internet be doing the most. I said, oh my gosh. I said, no, those two ladies support each other and they good. And we all wait for this album to come out. But, Peach said, listen, lady, we have some more people here. Don't try to come after the musicians because I know how you are and everything. She said, what you mean? So I said, okay, Michelle, stop playing. You're not just trying to argue with all those people. But that's why it kind of surprised me when I see that K Michelle and Drew is beefing this season. Which I don't know what's the reason, but I said I don't want that because I said, K Michelle, you're a veteran in this thing. You will let somebody like Drew. Now don't get me wrong, Drew, I like Drew. I know people can't stand her, but I like how she is because she plays her role. She knows what she is. She knows her reality TV show. She knows how to play this game. Whether you like her lies, whether you like whatever it is, at the end of the day, all ladies lie. So I don't really care about this lying Drew. But whether you like her lies and everything, Drew knows how to get people talking. So with that being said, I don't understand why K Michelle and Drew was beefing when I said, K Michelle, you shouldn't have to be beefing with Drew. No, we're not doing that. The reality TV going well to know not to be caught in that trap and beef with the easy person to target, which is Drew. And Drew's not a punk. She's gonna go back and forth with you. But I don't know. We will see the reason why they continue to be for, but I just don't like that. Especially when they announced all this beef before we watched the season. So now we all anticipated what happened and to lead to this issue between these two. But whatever. So Peach Juice divorce is finalized. She want to have a dinner party at the house that she's in with that, because do the prenuptial, because Samuel was trying to contest that. However, she was able to keep the house for the deal for the time being. And then she will have to let it go, or whatever she's gonna do, will sell it or do something like that. So Carrie, what I said, Carrie, K Michelle, because I wrote Mary and I put K and Mary together. So K Michelle married her long-term friend Caston for like 10, 11 years that she's been with him on and off, whatever. And she married him right before the show. So basically, she got married for the show. And I would say you didn't have to be married, because a lot of people are not married in the Real Housewives, but I guess you want to keep the name that Real Housewives because you're actual housewife. But when she told us that she's been with him for like 10 something years, and she had to go and show him that she's not playing. And I said, girl, at the end of the day, you go talk to somebody who can believe your little stuff. I'm right here and not for the full, because at the end of the day, Carrie Paul, yeah. I can't wait to talk about Collective. I love to say Carrie Paul. She got married right before the show, and I said, "You try to show him a lesson." I said, "What lesson are you showing?" Because at the end of the day, you were sticking with him for 10 or 11 years, and you didn't get married. Now, at one point, you saying that you didn't think about marriage, and marriage was for you. Then all of a sudden, you wanted it, and then you want to step away and show him that what he's missing by not marrying to you. But then you will try to get, when we talk about episode 2, she was talking about she was supposed to marry with someone else and supposed to get married with them for the show, but then kind of end up marrying Caston, who they kind of bait and switch the people, production and team. And now she got her long-term friend. I said, ain't no, at the end of the day, it was not for him to press to marry him when you stick with him for 10 or 11 years and he never get to marry you for that. And then engage. And then he all of a sudden say, you know what? All right, let's go to City Hall and let's get married and whatnot. And you willing to do it. I said, girl, stop. After that, you was going anywhere anyway. But congratulations, you married, girl. So good. But she said before in the industry, K. Michelle did say that a lot of ladies used to backstab her and go after her man in the past and whatnot. Maybe not this guy Caston, but other people in the past. So that's what she can't really get to let the ladies and be cool with them, because they be backstabbing by sleeping with her man and doing other things, etc. But I said, oh, so you say all that while talking to Peach Juice? Now, granted, she did say most of that on the Figure Confessionals, but I said Peach Juice is another one Ben Stiller. We all see what she did, right? Sure. What a scared from a marriage, thought she was gonna get rich, but got scammed herself. Why Africa scammer? Yeah, I know what she was doing. There's a damn for the money. And look what she is now. Look what she's in now. So no. So that's what you get. But I said, you don't want to say that in front of Peach Juice, because you might want to say your name next. But whatever. But Peach Juice got a man and a woman right now. I said, go ahead, date around. Do what you got to do. Now, she's trying to say that the marriage did not make her start. I said, girl, no, at the end of the day, be understand. You're not thinking about nothing serious right now. You're going to have a little fun time. So have your fun time with Sway and this guy named Mike. Yeah, you've been a boyfriend for that episode. So she was saying, she named other people like Shamia and Drew like singers. They're also singers of the group, and they made a little funny thing, a joke like SWV or something like that for the girls. It's like, I'm a one-woman show. We ain't having no group around here. And then she said, not to be with the singers, because I know how you are. And I mean, when she mentioned Drew, I mean, I know people may see like they say they was a shade, but I don't know. She just made a face. I mean, that's what I saw on my screen, whether it's shade or not. She just made a face, and that's that. Now people say that she was shading Drew, and so I said, I don't know. Maybe we was thinking that because what it had presented to us that they had beef on the show. Maybe that everybody looking at any signs to show what it is. But she said she don't know her. She won't meet her. So what is? So Shamia. I don't know, y'all, because last season Shamia disappointed me. Because she started off so strong. Because everybody was like, no, what? Shamia been on Space for friend of for a while now. Left to be the main cast. Now she finally got a peach. It disappointed me because she became a lap dog. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yes, you was acting like a lap dog, like Drew said. And now you and Peach just falling out. And y'all not friends anymore. Now you got a new BFF, which is Kelly. Microphone number 2. Microphone. And now her Kelly is really cool. So Kelly's daughter is going to college. I miss that college days. I remember my college days. It was cute. I had a good time 4 years. Those 4 years went by fast, but I had a good time in college. So like that. So she gave her daughter some condoms, some alcohol, and some Plan B or something like that, whatever it is in a basket. But I said, oh, really? That's the gift you give to somebody going to college? You want to give her no freaking what? No, I don't expect you to get a laptop. Mother supposed to give that. But no books, no blankets, a lot of stuff that she would need, the essential stuff that she would need. But understand that, yeah, she in college, she may want to get her little nookie lock box there. But still, I wouldn't be giving her all that. Especially alcohol and all that stuff like that. Because I remember college, I didn't start drinking because I was never a drinker before I went to college. When I went to college, I didn't start drinking too close to my senior year. And that's 4 years of college. So that means 3 years out of thinking I was saying, nah, I'm not drinking and all that stuff like that. And I finally took my one drink. And that's why I like the little nice little coolers drinks, like wine coolers, stuff like that. Because that's cute. I don't want nothing too strong. Yeah, I mean, I like my vodka. Every now and then. I mean, I drink some tequila. The light liquor, the gin, light liquors. I can't do no dark liquor. Nah, don't give me no dark liquor. Nah. No ma'am, no ham, don't give me cheese. Don't give me that. I don't want to know dark liquor. That's too much. So she gave her that. I said, I mean, it's good essentials, maybe. If she might get a little, if she might be sexual active in college. Yeah, she need to protect herself, but on Plan B and all that stuff like that. Maybe I said, but Kelly said, when your daughter go in college, I'll return the favor. So, but it's cute. But now Shamia said she got her rum company. I said, okay, get the rum. Go ahead with the rum. So now she said her and freaking peach juice, champagne, wine, tequila. Yes, I thought like it's cute little stuff, like little like champagne, little like little Moscatos and whatnot, and those like something light. And I love my wine coolers, Seagrams. Love that. So if y'all invite me to a party, something like that, have a little wine coolers, I'll be good. Funeral ain't gonna do much more. You drink enough of them, it catch up. It has some food too. I had to eat while I drink. So Shamia said she watched the reunion, and she texts Peach Juice, and basically she said Peach Juice cursed her out in the text. Now she didn't want to tell us what was said, so she memed it. But I won't tell you what she said. I will tell you what she's saying. Listen, y'all laugh. Listen.
She fucked the pastor on the first night, Alicia, so she thought she was going to be a first lady. Let me tell you something, bitch. I've been walking on your ass for years. I've been stomping on your ever-loving motherfucking neck, hoe. And this is what you know. Bitch, when they want your ass handed, hoe, they come to me. Bitch, you know on your best motherfucking day, bitch, you ain't fucking with me. The only thing smaller than your goddamn pea brain motherfucking head is your goddamn bank account in comparison to mine, hoe. Bitch, you will never be my equal. I will never look at you as motherfucking competition, bitch. I will never envy shit that you got going on. Because, bitch, I know in real life you a miserable hoe. I know in real motherfucking life, bitch, you sit back and dream that you had the respect that some of us motherfucking get, bitch. I know that you count on your fucking daughter's funds to fund your motherfucking life or the niggas that you let live in your goddamn eye, bitch. That's what the fuck I know for a fact. So no matter how many goddamn Shira fucking abs you show, no matter how many times you get there because she fucked the pastor on the first night, Alicia, so
That's what Shamia, that's what Pichu said to Shamia. Exactly. All that word. That's what she said. Shamia is being about Portia. Portia done drug this girl in front of and behind the camera. Child, Rich the Fish, 98. I don't know what was going on, Shamia and Portia. It is sad that they let the show like this ruin their friendship, but sometimes it's even at the show. Y'all already had a fractured friendship, it seems to me, and it just amplify it. That's why you should not go on a TV show when you have a friendship, when you know you have a rocky foundation. She claims Pichu's cursed her out via text, but later on claims she got closure. Did she get closure, Shmir? Exactly. What closure? What closure? Because she cursed you out. What closure you got? I found that on TikTok. And I said, you know what? That's perfect. That's perfect. Like, Shmir, you the biggest loser of Atlanta, and your garden, no Kelly, no ass. Listen. Oh, why? Yes, I can't wait to the Kelly, because I like the Kelly voice and all that stuff like that. But yes, I don't know. I would like to like Shamia, but let's see, because according to the ladies, Shamia, even though a lot of people talk about Drew, a lot of ladies said Shamia was loose like the villain this season so far. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if she's going after people or whatnot. But based on interviews, a lot of people saying that Shamia is somebody that to watch for this season. And I said, oh, what do you do, girl? Pichu got you upset that quick? But so Pichu's at the house now, and she forgot the name of the party. I forgot the name of the party too, because I write it down myself. But whatever. It's the party she having in the house. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, why you want to have a party at the house with Simon's house? I said, wrong. That's just her house. Simon's over in Nigeria now somewhere. He can't even come back. They deport his ass. So that's her house for now. But I did like that they gave like the little ghost stuff in the screen. Oh, that's right there to show that he's a ghost spirit in the house. It was cute production. But other than that, whatever. Drew is funny sometimes. But I said, Drew, why the hell you had this guy black on your phone the whole time at the party? Like, I know that guy was like bored. I said, you FaceTime him as a date to bring a +1. If you couldn't be there at the end of the day, there goes Simon. What's hilarious? Exactly. It was definitely. But I was like, she had this guy, the thing, and he would look like, and that time, one time, the camera's on the camera, he was like, but they like, I said, Drew, hang up the FaceTime. Drew is disappointed at the Nia Black the whole last season. Yeah, I think maybe she was doing that because Rock was looking. Rock was looking for anything that she would say to bring up, to put in a court. When we do Mr. Social Corner, we have to talk about that figure and what's going on with Drew and her figure court proceeding. Because I said, I don't know what the hell is happening, but what is going on, Drew? What is going on? Like, why you got to get that house? Why do you have to leave up that house? And why will you claim you don't have any money? And I said, I believe Drew is not truthful with that. I believe she does have the money. She just not to play it down in the court to make it seem like she's going to be damsel in distress and she's homeless and they kick her out of the house. But I said, girl, you got this house without money. What you blowing it on? And you doing movies. So, girl, you're not broke. Maybe, I don't know. But maybe you don't want to show all your finances because Ralph is not showing his finances, but I don't know. But we will dig deeper and hopefully more news come out about her things going on. But yeah, she was denying black. She said, that's a friend, that's a friend. She always said, that's a friend. I said, oh, that's your friend, that's your friend. Fine. But I would say at the end of the day, I said, I don't want to be hiding it because at the end of the day, I said, me and Ralph ain't going nothing. He's in the basement. What the hell I need to watch out for? We gonna divorce. So whoever's in my nookie is gonna be in my nookie. I don't care what the hell nobody say. But I guess you want to be careful what she said because Ralph is using anything they could get up against her. But I said that she had black on FaceTime. I said, end that FaceTime. You introduce him in front of everybody. They say hi, just end it. Move on. So Phaedra is cool with everyone except for Angela. Why Phaedra there? Because even the 2 episodes, we barely even hear from her like that much. And most of the time, we hear for her is in the confessionals. During the scenes, she don't really say much in the scenes. And the only storyline they gave us so far is her son Aiden, which is so nice that we see him grow up. It's like crazy that we see that he was babies. These 2 was babies, and now they all grown. Now he's in high school now, driving. Like, wow. I said, that's wow. That he's driving and all that stuff like that. And that's the most we got her storyline with her son driving her around. Because she said, oh, no, I don't want him to drive me around. But then she proceeded to say, no, I don't like driving, so it's good for him to drive. I said, so he going to be driving you around. Ciao. So that's it. That's all we mostly got for Phaedra. But she mostly said everything on the freaking confessionals. She don't like Angela that much because of what happened last season. Because she feel like Angela blaming her for what happened. I said, I don't know. Phaedra, I do believe that you did have something going on down with that. But I don't know the extent that Angela went on hard about it. Because I said, Angela, you doing all that because Charles was trying to defend you. He said, let me get this out. Let me get this out now. I do all that. I had Drew helping you. I said, whatever. But that Kelly party, I don't know. Something about it. Now, Phaedra said in the second episode that she didn't do it. We're going to believe her. I'm going to choose to believe her. It is what it is. Because at the end of the day, it's last season. I don't care about that. Y'all going to move forward or y'all going to stay beefing. So let us know right now. So we can move forward with this storyline because I don't want to care. It's stupid. It's stupid at this point. So she didn't like what happened last season, and that's what's going on. So her and Angela is still in the outs. So Peach Juice, man, it's Mike, who from Ready to Love, the first season, something like that. Because I remember I said, oh, he was on the show. Oh, I said, okay. And then have him sitting at the head of the table with everybody else. I said, why he sitting at the head of the table with you? I said, no, you should be sitting at the head and he should just side. I know everybody was sitting next to their loved ones or their person they with. But I was like, oh no, you sit right there. I'm the head. Let me get my little shiny moment. But no, they share the same spotlight. And then you doing all that and they gonna tell us you didn't even have sex with a guy for like 9 months. I said, goodbye. How many of y'all believe that? Because I don't believe none of that. I don't. I said, okay, girl. Whatever. Let me move on. Sometimes you may have a spell where you don't have sex. Because listen. Last time I had anything was in January. This is April right now. So listen, I got spells when I just don't want to, I just go cold turkey. But whatever. If Pichu said she didn't do it, that's her saying. Whatever. So Shamia and Piki Cole. Piki is another new person in the game. Castmate. She's the owner of Sully Vegan, which is, I think she rebranded it to get it back open again because it's Sully Vegan over here in New York where I'm at. And I was going to try to plan to go. However, that thing is shut down. So I can't go. I might have to stop by over there and see if they still open again or not, but I don't think it is because it was shut down. So I said, damn, if I finally get a chance to do it, I can't. Because now she's gonna do all this legal battles with it. So Kelly is upset with Pinky because Pinky left Kelly on red in her DMs. So now she's like, I don't know about this girl. But Pinky says she is something vegan, she on several magazines, and she doing what she doing. She's a mother. She's a wife. I said, all right. And look, Pinky seemed like she might be a fun time. Like, because when they would go later on, they were drinking everything. She was drinking. She was dropping her drink a little bit, spilling her drink a little bit, and was here for the mess. So I said, I know that's right, Pinky. Go ahead. So Kelly with Trey. So Kelly came with somebody named Trey. And then Shamia, husband didn't come. Listen, Shamia, your husband Benny wasn't there last season. I don't even think he came out with you for the reunion, did he? Because I don't think I watched the reunion. No, I didn't watch the reunion. I did watch the reunion. But he wasn't around. So he barely wasn't around last season that much. So you would think he would be around this time. Girl, I don't believe that time is delayed that flight. He said, girl, I ain't going over there. I'm going to say I'm delayed twice over. And I ain't come. So he didn't get to show up. But I said, oh, I know Shamia want her husband there. But I said, girl, you should know all that. You should know what damn way he was going to come around. They asked Peace Juice the timeline. I said, why? Why you asking Peace Juice a timeline about her and Mike? I said, she can't even give us a timeline right in figure with Simon. It swear up and down. She didn't mess with the guy while he was with Fallon. I said, I don't care whether him and Fallon had little issues going on in the relationship. Because at the end of the day, we ain't talk about him and Fallon. We talk about why you got with that lady husband. And you did. Since why you got married, you just freaking quit all your jobs and thought you were going to live a lavish lifestyle. So I said, asking Peace Juice for a timeline is stupid. Don't ask her for no timeline because she ain't going to give y'all nothing. She didn't give y'all nothing. So Drew asked her, what's Gerald? She said, the same place where your man is doing. I said, oh. The passive aggressiveness. Are you mad, girl? You mad? Why you mad, girl? Why you mad? She mad. So she said, oh, he traveling? Yes. I said, well, you could say he's traveling. And everything. So, Shamia and Drew had this little back and forth going on. Because, Shamia could not get over that Drew called her lap dog. Call her lap dog. I said, yeah, rightfully so. You was walking like a dog. Why you mad? Like your man ain't here? Oh. I said, girl, you was acting like what you doing like this. You act like a dog. You all call a dog. It ain't going back and forth. Cause like that. Cause y'all like Shamia, they apologize. Thank you. Shamia apologized on YouTube. Cause I would think she would apologize and think that she's not gonna come back this season. But then she came back this season. I said, what an apology for? She said she apologized, and then she said she could have went harder on Drew. Then you should have went harder then. Don't tell us later on. Yeah, subscribe, like and subscribe to the video. I like to have fun over here. I'm a small YouTuber. I like to have fun when I do my reviews. I don't take none of these shows seriously. I like to have fun, talk about it, and keep it moving. And we do watch alongs too. So if you want to join my Discord, you can. Peace Juice, she said she had 9 months without having sex with a guy. I said, oh, okay. Thank you. She had 9 months without sex with a Mike. So I guess they had a little pretend. I was like, I rolled my whole eyes to that whole ceremony, even though they was joking. But I said, why are we doing it as adults, pretending you get married to the guy and whatnot? I was like, yeah. I was like, oh my gosh. I said, girl, nobody gonna knock you. If you want to get your box ride, get your box ride. And it's what it is, girl. Sure. Gonna try to convince us that you didn't do it. So Phaedra told us that Drew wanted to get to know her. She said, so why you want to get to know me when you was with Angela trying to take me down? She said, well, I don't believe all the receipts that was given. It's like that. I'm from New York. Born and raised in New York. So she didn't agree with all the receipts that Angela gave. So she said, "You didn't agree with it. Why you went on with it?" I said, "Look, that's our friend. You may not East Coast, yes. What exactly?" So try to talk to her, and they say they're trying to frame her. And so Angela was telling Phaedra, she said, "Listen, somebody came to the Hawks game and tried to tell me that you got hands and something like that. If you keep messing with Phaedra, I'm gonna get you got." So, along the lines. Not that the exact wording, but basically it was like she will stick her goons on Angela, and Angela goons can handle her if she continue on with Phaedra. And so Phaedra said, "Listen, I got the tapes, honey, and that's not what it's saying in the tapes." So everybody said, "Oh," I said, "Y'all so simpletons. How the hell y'all thinking that she just get the tapes from NBA? Maybe she might got pulls and connection, but she's not just gonna get the tapes like that. And if you dig with the tapes, how the hell can you hear the audio from the tapes from the front court side seats, whatever y'all was sitting at?" Okay, girl. So they was like, so Andrew said, "I would like to see the tapes. I'm never to see the tapes." She really good at bluffing, and everybody just fall for it. Everybody fall for it. And so the producer asked her the confessional. She said, "Oh, so you really got the tapes?" She said, "Well, no, I asked for it. I didn't get to see the tapes." I was like, girl, whatever. So Kate Michelle is like, "Oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on with y'all here. I ain't come here for this. I know we're gonna have a little I don't know we're gonna have a little tea and crumpets and be a little bougie and we gonna do all that." I said, "Girl, you from Love and Hip Hop. How you think you gonna be bougie?" Like, girl, Atlanta Housewife does not get bougie. Oh, yeah, Kate Michelle? Hey. No, that's right. Um, oh my gosh, I can't with this. I'm gonna sit out here with the guys because y'all doing too much for me. Like Kate Michelle, not I forget you like to tell her when you was in Love and Hip Hop. "Ooh, this gonna shook the table." Like all that stuff like that. But at the end of the day, yes, we just sit there and y'all just already go off the back. I said, "Can we calm down?" I was like, sometimes I can't really do this reality TV show because every freaking time we sitting down, it's always gonna drama. I said, "Can we eat or something?" I'm a Team Up Braxton fan. I would never like Kim Michelle. Oh, okay. Okay. So it's too much for her. I said, "Hey Michelle, you know what's up. You should even know what's going on when you sign yourself. You sign yourself back on reality TV show. You know this is the type of stuff that's happened. So you should just sit there, kiki with Charles like you was doing the whole night, laughing up the storm, cracking jokes, and just watch the drama." So Kelly, Portia, what's going on with Texas Shamia? I want to know what's going on. What happened with y'all two? What's going on? Peace said, "Shamia, we not doing this. No, stop it. Shut it down. I don't want to talk about it. Whatever." Ooh, she act a fool. So love, I promise you. She made me act a fool. Because I said, don't act like you this Dolly Parton or something. Like you just so above it all. Shut it down. She said, "Oh my God, what's going on? I just asked a question." I said, "No, you don't want to ask her a question about her and freaking Shamia. They not good terms." Sister, listen, we cutting down now. We all right. We move forward. Oh, I love Portia, even though she was married to the gay man. Oh, chat. That she was dancing down at the freaking thing. Now, episode 2. Listen. So Ada driving around school. Ada's in high school now. I said, go ahead, Ada. Look at you. You're grown up. Oh, not the Simon. You know that Cordell man? Oh, child. Oh, there's a Dale. Child. Going down and I figure what it takes. I can't say that I'm gay. I love being a fag ass like Portia. Child. So Aiden driving around, he's in high school, y'all. I said, damn, from a baby that we see him from a baby to a high school. Even though we she even know her due date. And from high school. But you know, it's good. And so Peach Juice, Kelly, and K Michelle met up together. He did grown up, right? I was like, grown up and talk about black in the DMs. He said Drew that black in the DMs, all that's like that. Now, K Michelle said she going to the country honors to honor a legacy. Russell, I like the name of the lady. I don't want to say the lady name more. Oh, he definitely looked like his father. Definitely looked like his father. Definitely. And but she gonna honor do a performance at the country honors. And I said, all right, that was great. That's great to do so. To pay homage to the person who in the black country artist, and pay homage to one of the artists that was black and going to fight barriers, so we could be, even though we were originated and creators of country music, to be in the same realm of people who just want to kind of like wash our history for country music and then like reclaim our seat in the freaking area. No, so it's love that we could that she was doing that. And I just hope that we will get to see it. They didn't show the performance. I said, you showed all this. It would have been a great scene to us to show see the performance. Now, I seen the clip on Instagram and on Twitter performance. And she did a good job. So I'll probably see the whole thing on YouTube. Like that. She was. And we can't wait to hear it. We can't wait to hear it. She has some music out, but with the album must mean the album coming out. So Carly said, Portia, Peach Juice, I would like to get to know you. Right? For a long time, we waited for this country album. We got to know you. She said, Peach Juice said, yeah, I would like to get to know you too, but pump the brakes. Let's talk about this for a quick. So what I know about you, Kelly, and that's that I know you slept with a married man. She said, I never slept with a married man. What you talking about? I never slept with a married man. And then she basically said that Kelly with a married man, she got the receipts. Well, she don't really got no receipts, but she said she was there. I don't know why you was there. Did you the receipts? I said, how you the receipts? No, you gonna claim that I slept with a married man? What man and what dick I had in me and where I was at and who was up with. Like, give me names, who he married to, or give me all that if you got receipts. But, and I said, girl, you can't really accuse someone of a married man when you have something with a married man. Since you'll get back for Kelly for last season. Oh, she's talking with a married man. Why she told that married man husband for last season? And now you say Kelly slept with a married man. So Kelly said she denied it. And then she said she was with the man, know the hotel she was at. And then when she was with the man in the bed or text messages, she was talking about Peach Juice and Dennis. I said, oh, hell to the no. You must got some good poo-poo aura and some dick aura from Dennis and Portia for her to think about y'all while she getting busy with somebody and the man in the bed. I said, who the hell think about y'all dusty asses? Not me. I'm in the bed getting my freak on. I'm thinking about picking Peach Juice and Dennis. Does that even sound right? Oh my God, where Peaches and Dennis doing? Like, ew. I was saying that I was like, girl. Even Kelly said, "Girl, what? Kelly was taking it back the whole time. She was taking my shirt. Pusha, Pusha, what? Why you mad? What? I know that. What? Kim Michelle looked like that. She said, Kim Michelle, what's that? Kim Michelle, like, what the hell was going on? What? Even Kim Michelle was like, I was like, damn. Kim Michelle was like, girl, what the hell is going on here? I didn't even think that portion was gonna come out like this, like that. Well, Cynthia's mother, she had to bring nothing. Cynthia was a little boring, but that's what she's a friend of. You don't like to see her that much. She come around, show a little face, and then go about her business. So I was like, so you could tell Kelly was still like bothered, but even though she pretend she is mother, yes, you can tell she was bothered, even though she tried to make it seem like she's not bothered and try to move on. Oh, I guess we're gonna give you a hug, right? So they went to hug each other and all stuff like that. But even though she went back and told Angela and Shamia that she was really bothered and could keep calling her Horsea. Uh, oh, New York, child. New York will lead her own. And we love New York, but New York left her legacy. She's still doing her. New York is still New Yorking, even though she's not on a reality TV show anymore. Well, no, she's still doing the House of Villains. I don't know why I keep bringing her back every season, but she gave it to her. But they can't keep up with New York. And she always the original HBIC. The reason why she is that title, and nobody can never debunk that title because she was on a reality TV show when the reality TV show was still starting, and we was not big on social media and everything. And she gave us the one-liners, the memes, the actions, everything. She made TV what it is, and now everybody try to recreate that formula and try to be that next HBIC. It cannot live up to that potential. We have the good ones, but still, she always gonna be that title. Even now, she still give it. When she was on what's her name? Siwa, whatever her name is that thing, and she was giving her little funny stuff, and still love and giving her little stuff when she going. New York always gonna be that. She is. She made reality TV would be reality TV show, and everybody always try to be the next one. Next one, love it. So Pinky, so we got Pinky's backstory, and Pinky said, "Listen, she been together with her husband for 5 years, and she said she got pregnant, 3 kids back to back for 3 years, pregnant with 3 kids. I said, damn, y'all, you just never left her off, huh? Think was that good? She got 3 kids pregnant back to back, 3 years. I think she said she got pregnant at 5 months after meeting him, or 5 months after being married. Whatever she said, she got pregnant, and for the next 3 years, she got pregnant and she had big kids. And then her husband got 2 other kids from someone else. So he had 2 older daughters, and then she got her 3, so 5 together. Yeah, I don't know a lot about Becky either. That's why I said hopefully this season gave us a lot more of her and K. Michelle backstories. Well, we even know about K. Michelle a little bit, but mostly her. Other than the what we was hearing about on social media about her blogs and her restaurants and stuff like that. So what happened? So she started studying vegan in 2018. She was in $1 million in debt. And I said, oh my gosh. But she said she bought the company back or whatever it is after 43 days. After losing the 43 days. Her husband is the big CEO or owner of Big Day cheesesteaks. I never heard of that. Never been to no deep, big days, none of that. But I'm gonna say her husband is cute. He's a nice looking guy. But other than that, that's it. But she said she had lonely nights mentally, even though he was there. But he said he don't know how he could help, like how he was successful with his, and his wife is struggling with hers and what was going on. I think she said she just got bad management of people who mismanaged money, who misrepresented her brand, and it kind of effed her over. And it sucks that when you spend so hard with a brand and people loved it and wanted to enjoy it and became a well-known name, and you got people behind the scenes fucking it over for you, that could be messed up. So hopefully she can get it back, everything together. She can be branding herself. She can be branding everything up and got a better teammates and get hope to the people that who F you over, you got rid of them and start over with a great new team who could really see you succeed. So that's why I said K. Michelle, I said ready to talk about this. K. Michelle says dated this guy for 10 years casting. Yes, I can't wait for her to come back. I can't wait for that. So K. Michelle dated this guy for 10, 11 years. She said they never got married. At one point, she didn't even care about being married because after they've been together for this guy, he was like my best friend for 10 something years. So I had to leave and show him that what he's missing. I said, go ahead, missing nothing because you wanted to come back. After you went back to tell him you about to marry someone else, he said, oh no, you're not married us. Let's go to the courthouse. We get married right now. And you were willing to do it already quickly. So I said, girl, he just flipped the snap the finger and you were really giving it back to him. So at the end of the day, you didn't show him nothing. Because you was willing to stay with him for 10 11 years. So what's another years coming from? Like, girl, K. Michelle, stop it. So Cass is a dentist, and I think he's trying to get a license in Georgia so he continue his practice. Even though, because sometimes you get a license in one place. I think you should maybe practice somewhere else, but sometimes some states I want to give you like an updated license with their state. So you want to practice that. So he came to his senses. Let's say he came to no senses, girl. At the end of the day, he said, so you want married so fast? It is what it is. But I know she was on Queen's Court. I don't know what happened. She allegedly, even though production did say that she was supposed to be married to someone else. And she was supposed to be on a show with someone else. But then again, before they start filming, she got married to casting. So it's kind of like bait and switch them. So, but she said she always wanted a baby girl, even though she said she has a son. But I do know she said recently that her son is not on good terms right now. I don't think they dislike each other, but I think that's not good terms because her son wanted to prove that he could do things on his own when she bought him something, and he don't want to get no hand-me-downs. Not hand-me-downs, like no handouts or something like that. But I said, okay, you would be a man. Go ahead. But I said, don't knock the freaking money that's given to you either. But maybe you should ask what kind of car he want to buy before you buy the car. I think that he will like it. Like I said, yes. I'm not a big flashy car person. I like a nice little reasonable 4-door car. It don't need to be no sports car. Don't give me none of that. Don't give me no freaking brand new Ferrari and all that stuff. That's cute. Y'all go drive that. Give me a nice little 4-door car that give me point A and B and it's cute. It doesn't be no expensive flashy. So Angela, Kelly, and Shamia is talking, and Kelly's ex-husband is talking to figure Tasha K. I said, go figure. Tasha K can never get herself out of trouble. She always put herself in with these interviews and no talking with people don't need to be talking with. But whatever, that's how messiness she want to give. So Kelly said her finances is better than before because she was going to court case with her ex-husband and doing all stuff like that. And it's a grand opening with her restaurant. Even though that restaurant that we see that was grand opening, she's put on social media that she had to shut it down. So I was like, what happened? Because the neighborhood, it was not a good area. It was not good foot traffic. It was not good. I said, y'all ain't think about all that before y'all even open that restaurant there? Guys watching this thing at the restaurant, and then you had to shut it down, which is understandable because sometimes after you open it up, you start realizing reality that maybe this wasn't a good location. So grand opening at the restaurant. And she told Shamia Angela about her peach juice. And this throughout the whole scene, she kept calling it peach juice. Horsea. I said, girl, you ain't say none of that horseshoeness when you was on face. You was so dumb smacked about what Portia was saying. You didn't say none of that. I wish you would have gave it back. That's stuff coming from the one who scammed her ways for a marriage and got scammed your damn self. I said, girl, no, you gonna come with me about no married man. You're the last one to talk about. Oh, so now you're experts in whatever. So Drew is a movie premiere of a sci-fi, all black cast sci-fi movie called Rush. And that's that. So Angela and Phaedra talk, and Angela asked Phaedra one last time, did you say anyone to that Kelly party? And Angela said, oh no, Phaedra said no. And Angela said, you know what? Okay, cool. We just move forward. We'll move past it. You said no, we'll move past it. That's what it is. I said, you know, I think that she still did it. But even though she didn't do it, whatever, whoever's that guy who has 5 minutes of fame, 5 seconds of fame, and whatever. So they move forward and let bar guys be bar guys. Now, Shamia took it back because she said, listen, you had us try to hash out differences in front of everybody else, and now we didn't get to see y'all have this thing. I said, oh, so you upset, girl? Because stuff that you were saying behind Peach Juice back went back to Peach Juice, and they confront you to speak up for yourself, and then when you get in front of her, you try to act like you didn't say what you said. No, say what you said and mean what you say. So Peach Juice bought Sway, and everybody said, "Oh, Sway." And so where's Mike? Having the mic. I said, "No, what about having the mic? Mike is still bobbing around. She having a little fun. She dating a guy, and she dating a girl." And we all know the Peach Juice always tip her toe to the lady pawn. She said her own self. She always been messing with females in the past. So you know, it's nothing different. So then her Drew was talking about it, and then Drew said, "Oh, why are you living my life?" I said, "Oh, so what life is she living?" Because remember, when everybody was talking about you and Ty, you were trying to deny that too. So you try to say living like that, you try to copy you, or living a life that you actually did, which everybody was accusing of, you was denying it. And there's nothing wrong with it, girl. It's not wrong with it. So Angela told Phaedra what Kelly said about Portia, called her Horsea and everything, so like that. So they told Angela told Portia that Kelly called her Horsea. Oh, so that what we were giving? Oh, okay. Because you know Kelly invited everybody to her opening, including Peach Juice, and Peach Juice said, "No, I'm not going now. I'm not going. It is what it is." She's not going to the opening, but she said flowers. She said flowers and said congratulations, but P.S. we need to talk. Peach Juice. I said, "Yeah, yeah." So lady said, listen, we cannot sweep things under the rug. We had to talk things out to be the benefit of the group and talk it over. It's very good. So Pinky and Kelly talked and they hashed it out. And Pinky apologized for leaving her away because she said she was going through some things and she could support her, and then vice versa, she wanted to get support from Kelly. And they say they're cool. So I guess they called Peach Juice on the phone trying to talk to Kelly, and Kelly was upset. She said she threw that flowers out. She didn't want to talk about it. She was all upset about Portia. And Peach said, "Oh, that's what we're doing? That's how we're feeling? Okay, bet." So they didn't show us the performance, but we got to see that K. Michelle's in the hospital. So basically, what K. Michelle told us that she was sitting on the couch, and this is the remnants of the box booty that she had got done. The BBL that she wanted to get done for whatever reason, and we all know that she had to get it taken out because it was foreign objects in the body that was not good. So she was sitting on the couch. Then all of a sudden, the couch got all wet. It just bust open. Whatever happened, it just got all wet, and that was crazy. And then they had to fan her, and steam her body, and steam the dress before she get a performance. All this happened before she even performed. And she did all that to perform. And then after that, she went to the hospital. And then she was talking about that her decisions that she made, it still affected her. I said, that's why y'all need to stop going or do these things to please others or whatever not. I said, I hope y'all love y'all something more enough to not even do these type of things. And some of y'all go overboard. Way overboard with it. But hopefully she get that done or whatever she needs to get done, get better. And we don't go down that road. I hope she got everything out. But that was Real Housewives of Atlanta. That was the first 2 episodes. Like I said, it's good so far. Not too bad. Not too bad. We'll see how they continue on for the rest of the season. But now we're going to shift forward to Rhode Island. Anybody watch Rhode Island? How y'all feel about those? Because those ladies was giving. I said, a lot of these loosely paper chicks giving us some show. I said, that's what we need to see. All right. So since this is a new series, I'm going to introduce what these ladies look like if you didn't see the show, so you get the picture. But I'll let you know, every time we talk about a feature, I won't have the picture up showing the ladies. So I want to introduce you so you get to know the faces, and then we're going to move on for the thing. So we got 3 episodes to talk about, so we're going to try to make it fast as possible. But it's the ladies. Do y'all see it? The picture of the thing is on my thumbnail, so y'all see what I look. That's the picture. These are ladies. So we have Alicia. We have Ashley. Dolores. Dolores is a friend of. And if y'all know, y'all can recognize her face. She was on New Jersey as well. So she's the friend of. And I think she helped bring these ladies together to do the show, Rhode Island. I believe so. Rula. And then we have Rosie, Joellen, Liz, and Kelsey. This is the cast of Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Right, so Dolores is a friend of, everybody else is the main clam holder. I think they hold the clams. It's like, or she shells, whatever it is. And that's that. I think they have introductions of the ladies. See, this is the pictures. Nice, lovely. Let's move on. Let's do the introduction, then we talk about the shows. So Dolores, friend and familiar face Dolores, leaves the Jersey Shore behind to spend the summer in Rhode Island with her close friend Liz McGraw. And her and Liz look alike. When Liz brought her to the party, I said, "Oh, y'all look alike." Together, the two embark on a new entrepreneurial venture, a menopause gummy brand, while soaking up a menopause gummy brand. Oh, okay. While soaking up some fun, and little drama along the way. Alicia kickstarted her boss babe era, pushing her way into her fiance Billy's popular restaurant, Pizza Mama, is how Real Housewives of Rhode Island, RHORI, viewers meet Alicia, a proud, self-described flip-flopper. I mean, I don't know why you be proud of becoming a flip-flopper. Because you can't be trusted. But whatever. Alicia might call you a whore 1 minute and pull you into a hug the next. When Alicia opened the vaults on her path, she is faithful navigating long-standing relationships and personal growth that leaves one lifelong friendship completely blindsided. Oh, child, Alicia, what you doing, girl? Fresh from her finding her Prince Charming on television, influencer and former Bachelor personality Ashley quickly learns that her life after I Do isn't as blissful as she imagined. Between raising 2 young children, adjusting to life in Rhode Island, and co-owning a struggling cafe with husband Jared, Ashley loyalties are tested when Rosie claims she never has her back. Ooh, child. Rhode Island's cannabis queen Liz isn't just running one of the country's most successful dispensaries, she also the person to know in the smallest state in the union. When she and husband Jerry learn they're about to become grandparents, Liz makes one thing clear. She would not be trading couture for a rocking chair. As she prepares for a new chapter in her family life, shifting dynamics within her inner circle test her influences and the bond she long held close. Joellen. Joellen may not be known for her cooking dinner, but she never short on spilling tea. When sensitive information involving ruler marriage circulates within the group, Joellen finds herself caught between honesty and discretion. Unresolved issues with her mother resurface, forcing her to confront long buried childhood wounds and reckon with the personality cost of always being the one who tells it like it is. Yeah, because they would hate you for it if you tell like it is all the damn time. Even though they want you to be truthful, you be truthful, but they don't like it. Kelsey has lived a charmed life as a beauty queen playing house in a castle owned by her wealthy boyfriend. Now at a crossroads, Kelsey must decide between the comfort of her gilded arrangement and a future on her own terms. When her loyalty to Liz is tested, Kelsey worries about going up against the group's heaviest hitter and losing her greatest cheerleader. Uh-huh. Because when you say, well, it may look like it ongoing, Liz with her ass a new one. And Liz caught on. She said, don't try to play me like, we talk about it's ongoing. You know me better than everybody else trying to say it's ongoing. It ain't not ongoing. It was never going in the first place. It was never on in the first place, girl. So former Rhode Island television news anchor Rosie and her husband Rich are leveling up, trading her cozy over the garage apartment for a sporting dream home. As Rosie focuses on growing her local lifestyle program, she also faces challenges within her inner circle, leaving her to reassess loyalties and where she truly fits in with this evolving, close-knit group. Yes, because she wasn't part of the group before, so she's trying to get into trying to know about the ladies. All right? And Ruler, oh child. Ruler, grounded in tradition and guided by faith. Ruler puts family above all else. We could tell. Proud of her Lebanese roots, she brings deeply held values into the group, especially when it comes to marriage. When rumors about her husband begin to circulate, Ruler is forced to confront uncomfortable questions that challenge her beliefs, resilience, and commitment, putting her personal life under an unrelenting spotlight. All right, so those are ladies. So y'all see the faces, all that stuff. I might leave it up here for a little bit. No, what? I ain't gonna leave it up here because I want to see my whole face. No, I can leave it up. Let me see. Do I? No, let me edit it. Move it. All right, so y'all see what they are. Let's get into the show. So Rhode Island. When I first thought they were gonna do Real Housewives of Rhode Island, I would say, really, Rhode Island? Okay, what they giving? It's a small state. State so small that you could drive the whole state within less than an hour. You could drive around that whole state in less than an hour. That is crazy. That is crazy. The whole state, right? The state's so small, everybody know each other. Everybody know what's up. Even if he might moved in, you must start getting to know. People gonna start knowing who your business is. Okay, everybody know one another in that state. And you don't even have to drive far to get to know each other, to get next to people. So it is what it is. Everybody knows everyone, all know each other. What I do like about this cast, a lot of the cast members have been friends since they were like childhood, middle school, high school, and beyond. So they grew up in the state together and they grew up together. They was there for each other. A lot of them had close-knit friendship. So the fact that they had that close-knit friendship, it makes it very authentic and real when they have personal issues or drama and relationship that's being questioned or friendship being loyalty being tested. It brings more authenticity of the show because we know they're really all actually really good friends. Now we do know sometimes reality TV show put more spotlight into the fracture of the friendship, especially when you got reality on with TV on 24/7 that you could hide when you not on cameras. But hopefully they can get through this and stay strong. Yes, that's no overnight friendship. Exactly. That make us feel like they were friends already when we come to find out they was co-workers who just became who supposed to be forced to be friends. We ain't forced to be friends with nobody. So I already told you the hook cast are Alicia, Liz, Rosie, Joella, Rula, Kelsey, and Ashley, and Dolores is a friend of. So again, Alicia. So Alicia has a daughter. She has a husband. She owns a restaurant. She owns restaurants, I think she says. No, her husband owns restaurants. And Alicia is a daughter. And her aunts come visit. It was crazy. Her aunts was cool. One aunt was drinking a flask. One aunt said, "Girl, why are we driving so fast, so long to get to you? You so long. You need to be where we at." Come to find out, they was only her house and their house and her house is only 15 minutes away. I said, "You 15 minutes away and you arguing over?" They said, "Girl, you so far. You should be where we at." And I said, "Girl, you only 15 minutes away. So why are you? Why?" To them, this far. Oh, they cannot last when they come to New York. Don't go to no areas when you have to go hop in a train ride or something like that to go somewhere else. If y'all figure going about it, driving for 15 minutes, y'all can not survive somewhere else when you have longer distances. So I was like, that aunt was cutting up. They was going there. They came in and talked to Alicia. She said, "When you gonna get married, girl? When you get married? No man, no him. What's up? Come on, we need to be ready. Let's get married. She could get married right now. Let's go on." And she said she got engaged with her husband for 9 years ago when she got pregnant. But that was 9 years ago. Now, we don't know. Like I said, I don't feel like marriage got to be the end all be all for everyone. Because I hate when people got to get pressured and forced to be married when they could just have a long-term friendship relationship with someone and still protecting each other, but don't have to be forced into marriage because sometimes it makes it worse. However, whatever her hesitation is, we'll probably find out more about it. But the auntie was questioning her, the family members always want to get in your business, trying to pressure you about marriage and everything. I said, mind it. So Liz is married to her husband and Jerry. They've been married for, they got married for 6 months. I don't know. I put 6 months. Maybe years. I don't know why I put 6 months. I don't know. I put 6 months. They're married for 6 months, I guess. They're probably in a relationship for a while now. They just recently got married, and they probably 6 months. And he has 3 daughters of his own. He owns his cannabis company. She owns a cannabis company with her husband. That's right. Go ahead. And the 3 daughters is from him. She didn't biologically have these daughters on her own, but at the same time, she grew up. She raises girls when they're 3 years old. So at the end of the day, she is the mom. We don't know much about the biological mom, but we do know that she's not the biological mom. Wasn't around to raise the girls. So Liz, being a woman that she is, step up and raise these girls as her own daughters, and that's her daughters. Period. Doesn't matter if you biologically birthed them or not. That's your daughters. So that's that. So Kelsey, she's 31 years old, and her boyfriend, and they got an age disparity. We don't know the age differences, but she said she dated with this guy 10 years ago. So she dated with 10 years ago. She's 31. She's 31 now. So she was 21 at the time when she started dating with this guy. But we do know she said that he dated multiple people. And he's gone like half of the year. Now, she said he gone like 5 months of the year, but I said no, he might be going more than that because if you watch the episode, you realize they had a 4th of July party. And he's not there. He's in Miami, south of Miami. He is in Miami, y'all. So when he's in Miami, he's there with someone else. So he's gone more than half of the year, girl. So we don't know when he left, but that's more than half of the year. She loved her free time. She liked that he was able to give her the lifestyle that she don't have to work. And baby, if you saw that house was like a castle. That house was big. It looks like it was something in the movies. It was so nice. She said she wants commitment and she wants more, and then she would start crying about it. She want more for her life. She want more commitment from him. She want a family, and that's that. And I would say I was watching this with my people, y'all. Y'all can say that y'all can say y'all believe in everything and say it's true. Did I say I was not leaving the house? I said, girl, child, I don't know about you. Nah, I'm not leaving. I'm staying right there in the house. I'm staying. I have all this. This is all this. And all I have to do is what? He's not there for half of the year, according to you. You can stay in the house. Now, granted, it is his house. And you can live the lifestyle. You got the freaking the house staff to do things for you, to cook, to clean, that whatever you want. You can live the life of luxury. And all you have to be is just a girlfriend. Shit, let me get that life. I'm 40 years old. I don't need to be trying all that extra. I don't need no kids and all that stuff. And it's in that. Especially when you knew that what he was. Especially when the older man, you got with the older man, he not changing. She's not. So with Kelsey, you have to figure out, girl, where you gonna stay and live that lifestyle you want, or you might prepare to let that go. And that's why I tell people, when you get with a man, most men do not change their mindset. Most men are rigid and they're stuck on what they are. Some few may change, but it has to be something drastic. But when you agree with them when they're 20 years old, their asses will stick with that on you and hound you about that, even when they're 40, 50, or 60 years old. Well, you should never agree with that. I said, we've been together for like 30, 40 years. You think I'm going to change? Things might change. Things might happen. But I said, well, I don't want that. They don't want nothing different. They want change. So you agree to be a traditional housewife to stay at home and cook and clean and do all that stuff like that. They're gonna hold you to that for freaking years to come. If you have any inclination that you're going to do one more for yourself, do not give a man like that. Do not. Because they will berate you, talk down on you, keep reminding you. They probably treat you bad sometimes. Over the decision you made years ago when you was young. So, Kelsey girl, I know you're in the crossroads. And at this point, we didn't know she had another boyfriend. We're going to find that out later. But at the end of the day, he had his girlfriends, and you dated an older man, and this is the lifestyle you got. And I said, the house you got and everything, and you can get a staff and a chef and a cooker for you and all that. I'll be like this. Yeah. This is loud. Now, she should have something enough to have her own, stack up money for herself on a rainy day just because he wanted to have a little epiphany and kick her ass at the house. Whatever. So you have your funds. Now you're on the show. So I guess you set up by having your own income instead of just being relying on him. But you might have to let that go if you feel like this is what you want, girl. So Joellen, with her Gary husband, Gary's her husband. She told us she chased after him. I mean, it's not cute to be chasing after man. The man want to be chasing you, but if you got what you wanted that guy, you chase after him. She said she could be a B, but she working on that. But she's a working woman. She got 3 kids. She working on aesthetic sales. I said, go ahead, get your money. So Alicia and Rosie, they know her. Oh, Alicia know Rosie for like 2 years. And they were saying that Rosie is a new cast member. She's a new caster, and she's an anchor. Rosie's married to a guy named Rich. She has, for 1 year, she got multiple incomes. I know that's right, girl. And Rosie liked the lifestyle. She's the lifestyle woman. So she having a show for a picnic, and she invited Joanna invited the ladies. But so far, Joanna is considered the villain of the cast. I said, "Oh, what the hell you going on? What's doing on Joanna?" Sounds like Joanna tell like it is. She would say things to you and mean it to your face, behind your back. If you would confront her what she said, she would tell you, like, "Oh yes, I said that, girl." And what? And what? But people think that she's a swinger. People think that Joanna and her husband are swingers. I said, "Well, let me find out." And come to find out, Rhode Island is not freaking a state that people mess around with each other stuff like that. According to that state, according to people who live in that state, they say, yeah, people know each other, and people know each other. Know each other. If you know each other, you know each other. All right, I know you hit what I'm getting at, y'all. They know each other for know each other, like. So Rosie had a picnic, and she said Alicia, Joanna, and Ashley was there. So Ashley said she married her guy named, from The Bachelor, Jared, and they were living in paradise for like 6 years and everything. They come to Rhode Island, they got the restaurant and everything. But Ashley, girl, a lot of you see, you sit here and crying and crying and crying. I said, girl, you drowning us with this crying. You cannot make that man happy. You cannot make that man happy. He got to be wanting to make himself happy. I know you're trying as much as you can, but if he cannot, it's happiness starts from within. If he's not doing the work for himself, no matter what you try, you will always go fail. So Jared needs to look into himself and figure out what he needs to do and what he wants to do. Because overwork yourself trying to please him and make him happy and do things so he could change out the funk. You be having a good time. He come home, brings the funk home. I said, boy, what you mad on the cocktail? Put a smile on your face. Come on, you want to eat the box or something real quick? Eat the box real quick. Like, come on, why you mad? Chill. My gosh. You be having a good time and he come in that funky attitude. Jump down and bring the freaking piece down. Now I know he like a bad attitude, like he's about to mess up your world up, but at least funky, like, we shining bright like diamonds over here. No dim my diamond light around here. So actually not from Rhode Island. Joanna doesn't like Rosie anyway. Ooh. Joanna said that Rosie talks shit. She talk a lot of mess. Look at that. And Joanna own up to what she says. Oh, she ain't back down. If I said that, I said that. I'm gonna own up to it. It is what it is. So Rosie crying at Joanna. I don't want to let Joanna be so mean today because I'm trying to be so good to her and everything. And she be so. I was like, oh my gosh. Ooh. So Joanna having a 4th of July party and she invited everybody, even Rosie. So Ashley and Jared has a cafe. They own the cafe together. They got a house together. They have 2 kids. They work on many businesses. They was influencers. They was from The Bachelor and everything, and stuff like that. And like I said, she tried to make him happy. He's not in the mood that you can tell when you see his all on the screen, like he looks like he's depressed in his time, like he don't know what he wants. And things that he just doing things for emotions, and it's a lot. I say you can't do that for him. He needs to work on himself. So Joanna, the 4th of July party. So Rosie wants everyone to love her. But what at that scene though, I did forget at the scene, they was talking about I think Kelsey a little bit. And Joanna mentioned Kelsey to mention that she had talked with Kelsey, and Kelsey's going through something like that right now. And she didn't specify that she had relationship issues. She just said she's going through something like that. She got to think about it. So at that point, one of them brought up, Alicia brought up, well, polyamorous. Oh, you have a polygamy relationship? More brought up polygamy. And then after him, Rosie said, well, do she have multiple boyfriends? And then I had that whole thing going back and forth about, no, Jordan trying to defend her friend and said that this was going on, what she's talking about. No, you want to talk to her, talk to her. And then they confronted Joanna about what she be saying. And she said, well, you said my champagne was cheap. They said, well, you bought it cheap. Why? You bought it cheap, so it's cheap. And she said, well, you say that I'm evil with kids. It's like that. I said, well, I didn't say it for your face, but yeah, I do feel that way. Next question. I was like, oh, no, that's right, girl. Girl, I ain't say that to your face, but I do feel that way. Yes, you are evil. Next. What else you got? Rosie will everyone to love her, even though she know that's an untenable task to do. Everybody ain't gonna like you. No matter how much good attention you have to show authenticity yourself, and then whether they like you authenticity or not. That's that. So Liz brought her friend Dolores, and I said they do look alike, and we do know Dolores from New Jersey. And New Jersey on pause right now, but they're coming back. So, and I think she's part of the, she part one, Teresa and somebody else coming back from New Jersey. So Joellen informed Kelsey about the lady's questioning about her relationship and what's going on, and she's a polygamy and she's a polyamorous relationship, all that stuff like that. And then Kelsey said, "It's nobody's business." And I said, "That's right, it's nobody's business. So go ahead, stand on it. It is what it is. Say that." So Alicia a little airhead of this. Alicia got this little thing about her that she's just like aloof about things. But whatever. So asking, so it's asking that, do you have a boyfriend outside of the, have a boyfriend outside your boyfriend? So they want to know, do you have an outside boyfriend outside the one you dealing with right now? And she said, none of my business. So Rosie got a bouquet of fireworks to give to Joanna. Joanna said, oh, okay. And then champagne. So they were saying that Rosie was telling Kelsey that, well, Joanna brought it up. I said, Joanna only was to say that y'all had any issues. Now, did that lead the door open for y'all to ask follow-up questions because she made it seem like that is something going on that she's dealing with? And y'all proceeded to ask questions? And like, maybe. But I don't feel like she lead y'all into asking if she got about a polyamorous relationship or she have polygamy. But so Liz said she lost her parents. I said, oh my gosh. Right? And Jerry, they married for 11 years and she raised them, but it's not biological. But I said she's still the mother. And her daughter Brianna is pregnant with her boyfriend Zach. So they meet with Zach, and Zach was the girl. And Liz said she wanted to be called Gigi. She wanted to be called no grandma, no grandma, none of that stuff. Call me Gigi and call it a day. That's how that's right. So Joanna and Ashley, they talk. So they got a nanny for 33 hours a week. They said my husband, she crying again. I said, oh, child. Get your husband a therapist or something if you're gonna be doing all that. And I said, girl, you got a nanny too, like do something. But so Kelsey and Liz met with Rula. Now Rula came on episode 2. And baby, I will tell you now, I can't really say Rula like that. Rula, too much. It's girl, you in denial. You stop playing around. And what you said about Liz was uncalled for. It was messed up. and you know you felt bad because she clocked you right away. But at the end of the day, girl, your husband is the one problem. And until you figure that out, you all figure it horrible. But let's go to about. So Kelsey and Liz, they go meet with Rula. Rula says she had a boat company and she is half Sicilian. Rula had issue with Joella. Said Joella is an outsider. No, she felt like she's an outsider of the group. And Joella had she had issue with Joella. So I said, what is the issue with Joella? So Brian is Rula's husband. He had a mistress. So what was called about? Let me tell you that. So Rula is married to the guy named Brian. Brian was out around town with a mistress. There's a photo that a mistress put on social media herself. Brian had a photo. He's sitting down. The mistress on his lap. He cheating from ear to ear. Ear to ear, he cheated. The mistress on the lap. She posted on social media. So Joanna saw that, and she said, "Well, because since everybody know each other so much," she said, "Oh my God," she was trying to help it out. So she had the photos, and I think she talked to Liz and said, "This is the photos that is supposed to put up on social media, it's like that, and about Brian, and that she know that Rula is married to Brian. I guess Rula should know." So Liz was like that, and I guess Liz told Rula. So Rula called Joella and asked for her the pictures and everything and what you have. Joella sent the pictures. And then Rula come around and tell her and come around and saying that Joella is the fault. She going around spreading the rumor. She going around spreading this. I said, ain't a rumor to spread when your husband mistress posted the photo online. So be mad at your dusty ass husband for him to even allow that to happen. For a state when y'all so freaking small, everybody know each other business, you wouldn't know it would have been around. But you're not mad at your husband that much. You mad at the other lady because you keep going to the other lady of thinking she kept on this lady a lot of different names. And I wish I would have wrote the names down. She called her a hoe. She called her a roach, a cockroach. They said something else. And I said, child, all the smoke for the lady. All the smoke for the lady. She said it's not ongoing. People say it's still ongoing. People around town saying that your husband is still thinking messing around. Maybe not with that lady that was posted online, but he is messing around. So you convince yourself it's ongoing because your husband telling you it's not ongoing. But girl, it probably still is. So they were talking to Rula about all that, and she was saying all that stuff going on. And then Liz brought up that her husband cheated on her one time in the past. So Rula was trying to pick that up and say, listen, your husband cheated. Say, husband, she said, you understand, you need somebody to leave your husband. I don't think nobody's trying to tell you to leave Brian. But girl, he does not respect you and you don't need him. Hell, Liz could have left her husband too if she felt like that, but she forgave him, whatever, and then I guess he didn't do it anymore. Your man is still going on with cheating. She said, so what is prompting you to stay? And everything. She said, well, kids is a game changer and whatnot. And when you have kids, it is that. And Liz, you don't have anything for yourself, so you don't understand. And Liz was not here for that. And I said, oh, see, a lot of y'all like to do that. Like to throw in people's faces, whether they're not biological or whatnot. raising kids that's not on it, not their own, and trying to play them as a mother. I said today she raised those kids at 3 years old, even though she didn't biological birth the kids. It's wrong for you to try to throw in her face. Oh, she don't have a kid. She didn't have no biological kids, so she will not understand. And she knew she fucked up because she saw the Liz's face, and Liz called her out on it right then and there. Oh, she tried to say, since I didn't biological birth the kids out, they not my kids, and I'm not a mother. She said, "Oh no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean like that." I said, "Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Because you upset, you like to throw jabs, and you felt that way. You felt like I'm not a mother because I didn't birth the kids. So F you and everything you gonna do right now." And we'll try to act like it's not going. So Liz said, "It is it is." So we'll apologize. That was messed up to say. It was like, come on now. Those all my kids. I raised their asses. I don't care I ain't birthed them. You try to throw in my face because I'm not a mother and try to downplay her motherhood. Giving birth don't make you a better mother than somebody else. Like, come on, stop that. And sometimes women love to claim that, love to make that as a badge of honor. They either try to demean women who or judge women who choose not to have kids, try to call them selfish and all that. So I said, no, that's not selfish. Selfish is have kids and don't want them. At least they have a self-awareness and know that they cannot handle it, or they have the bandwidth, or they don't want to have it at the mind because they don't probably not capable, or they probably not in the right mindset to handle a kid. It is good to know that now before you have one. But baby, a bunch of people get their feelings when a woman chooses not to have children. But they'll make them less of a woman. You, a woman, is not proud upon you birthing kids. You, a woman, is your being. It's everything encompasses you. Motherhood is not just only one part. It's not only a rubric of being a woman. Everything else encompasses a woman. But that was fucked up. So she apologized right away. Apologized and said, listen, yes, take that back. Because, bitch, at the end of the day, that's my kids. Fuck out of here. So we'll say it's an artificial girl. I don't know what that means. No, she's an artistical girl, not an artificial. She's an artistical girl. So she does financial planning. She had 2 kids. Husband Brian for 12 years. He's a podiatrist. They've been together for a while. She said it happened last year. She's working on forgiving him. It has a track on his phone. I said having a track on his phone doesn't mean what? They can still cheat. Or they smart enough, they can throw that phone around and get a new phone. Put a track on the phone doesn't do anything. All that stuff y'all trying to do, invest a gadget, a PI, invest a gadget, stuff that y'all trying to do for your spouse to prevent them from cheating again. I said, girl, if you got to do all that, you will leave the person. So Alicia, I said Alicia Hilarious, her and Kelsey talk, want to get good together. So Alicia and Kelsey want to get the girls together to hash out any rumors. Any rumors that you might hear that you want to know, they can hash it out. They can end it out there, and you can move forward from there. So that's what it is. So Kelsey had a winery. Oh my gosh. So they had the van there. Everybody gonna be at Kelsey's house and they're gonna leave from there. So Kelsey told Joellen that Rula's coming. So you say, like, and Joellen is so freaking pissed off because he's like, Rula is blaming Joellen for the fallout. I said, well, whatever. It's because she feel like Joellen is the one that spread it out and put it out there. I said, no, Joellen didn't put it out there. Joellen only shared what was shared on social media. She told the one friend group who's close to you, and it told you. Then we find out more what happened. Now, and it ain't stopped there. After you finally got the pictures from Joellen, and you asked for them, you went further by calling her job or emailing HR or whatever to try to get her fired for her job over your man cannot keep his penis in his freaking pants or playing around with his freaking mistress. So they were trying to get her fired by something that's outside of her job. And we're gonna find out third episode. It wasn't much on Rula. It was her husband doing so, and that's why Joanna's husband had to get on blind. And that's right. That's a husband right there. So you try to take money off my freaking kid's mouth by getting my wife fired because you and your feelings about your dusty ass mistress putting you on blast for what? I said that's messed up to do all that. I said, "There, girl." So she said Joanna's pissed at Rula. So they all sitting down. Rula called and said, "Oh God, I'm not gonna be able to make it because I was in an emergency for 2 hours and in the bed, so I can make it there." Meanwhile, she in the bed. Faith beat will make up. Faith beats. And you say you were in emergency for 2 hours? Goodbye. Stop playing. You didn't want to come. You could have said you didn't want to come. Don't lie. You don't have to lie, Craig. You don't have to lie. So Kelsey is dating someone else. We come to find out she is dating someone else. And I said, girl, you ain't doing it. If you was dating someone else, you could have dated someone else. It is what it is. But she still want a marriage and she want kids. I said, well, that man, that freaking boyfriend, the wealthy boyfriend you got is not giving you that. He already stated that he's not giving no kids in no marriage. So either you gonna leave that house or whatnot, but she don't want to get with that lifestyle. I said, well, you can't have both ways. So Alicia asked Liz a question, and I was saying, Alicia, so you on one. Because you already know the freaking deal about this thing, and then you gonna come and ask Liz about that, try to put it out there. First of all, you can't even say it right, because Liz had to ask you, what exactly are you asking? She put some random shit on the card, and that card didn't make any damn sense. Liz said, so what are you referring to? She said, oh, well, that one with my dad's Dio, and you have a red fair. So she said, no, she have no fear with Dio. The problem is her husband have a close friend named Dio, who's like a good friend to the family, to their relationship. When her husband was going out and do boat fishing, sports, for like 3 or 4 weeks out of the month, I don't know if it's monthly or this is one time, whatever. Her friend Dio was there for her. They never had sex. They have a friendship that's close than most people are, and then people might think that, yes, but it was not appropriate to the point that it crossed the boundary and line of sleeping with the guy and so like that. Apparently, Dio's with someone else right now. Allegedly, apparently, he's dealing with Aaron Hernandez's ex. I guess that's true or not. I don't know if that's true or not. That's allegedly. But he dating somebody else right now. But he's good friend with the family. So there's no affair going on. And then she upset with Alicia because Alicia like, you know what's up. And then you going to try to throw it out there, bro. Bye. I see you. So that was her. I said, why ain't I trying to come at the Liz and try to throw up Liz kind of freaking bubble? So Rosie renovated a house, and she said she added to the house that her husband bought. So she said her husband liked to flip houses and whatnot, and then after he flipped the houses, he liked to sell them and they can move on. She said she want to keep doing that all the time. So we gotta get this going. So the ladies all rehashing around me The third episode was mostly like rehashing and recapping, so it wasn't much of a thing. So they rehashing, they say their little pieces. Let's explain further explain about the Dino situation. She was there. She's like Dio was there for her husband while her husband was away. I call Dio. His name is Dino. Dino was there for Liz while her husband's away, and he been a good friend. So she throwing a Studio 54 party for her husband Jerry, and because he turned 54, and Studio 54 was time, so he wanted to do that. So it's a theme party. That's what's cute. So Kelsey met with her man, her other boyfriend that we find out. We saw his name is Bill. And she said her current boyfriend has a don't ask, don't tell policy. So you don't ask me, and I'll ask you, and we don't have to tell nothing. We keep it a business. I'm like, so if you got that, so girl, keep it alive. Keep it alive. But no, you're not having no kids and be married and be in that house. Nah. So she keeping her current boy, her other boyfriend Bill at arm's length because she don't know. So she figured out what she wants and what she's going on with her current relationship with that. Until she figured that out, she keeping Bill at arm's length, even though she feel like Bill could be a really potential partner. But he doesn't make that much money as his current boyfriend is, and he probably ain't gonna give me the lifestyle that I want. Even though Bill said, "Well, I can help you, I can take care of you, or something like that. You can be in my house or what I lost like that." And she said, "Oh no, I said that's downsizing. She would really be downsizing." And she said, "Well, leave him." So she think about all that. So I said, "Girl, you can't have both ways. So you gotta figure it out. You gotta let that go to pursue what you really want." So we'll see what her journey is about that. So Liz and Alicia meet up, and then Alicia says she signed a prenup. Well, her dad left her mom's years ago. So maybe that's why with hesitation why she. Well, at least she's not married though. Is she? No, she's not married yet. So I guess she said her dad made her sign a prenup, but whatever. At the end of the day, she hesitated of marrying the guy. And she said she don't want to be no stay-at-home life. She don't want no stay-at-home wife or be no stay-at-home mom and all stuff like that. So Alicia says she's trying to do things for herself and she don't want to be a stay-at-home person. She's not that. So Woola have lunch with her friends and everything and talk about the affair. Now, we come to find out Woola had to sit down with her husband and she talk about her life and everything, or what she is, all that stuff like that. And then when she talks to her husband, she asked her husband, is it still ongoing? The husband's like, no. No. The husband looks shifty. You can tell he looks shifty. He looked like he cannot tell the truth. He looked like he is doing it, but he won't admit that he is still ongoing. So he will say no. To hopefully that she will buy what he's saying. Okay. She had lunch with her friend. She talked about the affair. The little friend said, okay. It will not. Ask your husband, they work so many hours and they have a date night and he was thinking about work. And then when they had a date, she asked him a question about work and he kept talking about work. I said, girl, you should have been asking about all that. Rosie says she don't want to be a mom. I guess Rosie says she don't want to be a mom. Maybe that's a reason. Maybe she has some deep reason why she don't want to be a mother yet. Maybe it will change, but she said right now she don't want to be a mom. So I said, that's good. And she having a dinner anniversary party. A dinner anniversary. And then, oh yeah, that's she talking about her husband. And they was talking about kids, and then she didn't want to be a mom, and then he tried to talk to her. It's like, this is what we talked about, listen to that, or whatever, or he hoping that she would change her mind. That's what it is. She was gun ho about it, and he with her, but he hoping that he will have children with her someday. So Studio 54 party, the area ladies show up, they have a showing out and whatnot. So they talked to Joella and said, no, not Joella, Rula asked her, did she contact her job and try to get fired? Rula said no. So then I was thinking that maybe it was more so her husband doing so, not Gula, right? So that's what Alicia was talking to Gula, asked her that. So Joellen and Gary they talked to Gula and Brian. I said, "Oh, that's right." So Brian went to talk to man to man to Brian, not Brian. Gary will talk man to man with Brian about what's up, what's going on, and Joellen and Gula's there. And so Brian said he talked to someone like a boss is up at the firm or whatever. And he knows that he called them and had a conversation and whatnot. And Gary was not here for it. He said, "Nah, boy, we not playing that games. Why would you do that? And that's a punk shit to be even trying to come after my wife and try to get her fired when she had children and all like that." So Gary was like not here for Brian. Brian was sitting there looking shook. Well, I did this to that and all stuff. So they would go around. I think Joella said saying that Brian is still cheating. Rula said it's not real true. So she asked if Brian is still cheating, and Brian saying they didn't want to answer the question. When you dance around a question and you don't want to answer the question, people will think that you are. So you might as well say it. Because he already got caught anyway, so what's the point? But then again, if you would have admitted, maybe she would leave you this time. But I don't know. And she'd leave you. I said, "Hey, girl, you leave him then, so I don't know why you would leave now. So, girl, you can say this. I know what my husband doing. It is what it is. I'm not even a man, and let's laugh that." But he would not say he's still cheating. Oh, he would not say that he is not cheating. And Rula was taken aback by that. She said, "Why you wouldn't say nothing?" He said, "Well, I'm not gonna say nothing." And it said, Joanna. I said, "Jordan's not spreading it around. Y'all only come after Joanna for what? Y'all act like the mistress that I put on social media first. If the mistress never put the picture out there, I would say, you know what? Then maybe Joanna's going her way, take a photo, take a videos of it, and then spread it out. But that's not what happened. At the end of the day, it still would be her fault because your man is still cheating. That's the one you should be upset with. Not Joella, not the other girl, your husband. So Liz was talking that she's outside, they're having a good time. And Liz was talking that she wanted to go to SeaWorld with her husband and Dina, her best friend and her husband. And so Kelsey talked to Liz and said, "Well, I don't think that would be a good leg because it's like I'm going." And Liz was ticked the F off. "What you mean then? Ain't that going? Get the fuck out of my house, Kelsey. You ain't my friend." And said, "Why are you upset?" And I said, "We know what you said that, Kelsey, for. Because at the end of the day, if you didn't listen to it, so why are you insinuating something ongoing? No, you know it's not happening. You know that's not what the truth is." Now, I want to get out that upset like Liz is, but Liz had been up here for y'all trying to come after her. Try to say she had a mother, try to do this, try to open the wounds about some figure relationship that's not happening. Sure, hell, even Dina was at the party. And she didn't invite Dino because Dino is close to the freaking husband anyway, so he was going to be there no matter what. Because it's ongoing. It's not an ongoing thing. So Liz said, "Girl, what you talking about? You talking to my friend? You ain't my friend by saying stuff like that." And they were going back and forth, back and forth. I guess the other lady was trying to go up there, trying to de-escalate and trying to see what's going on. But they said, "Yeah, put more attention. So get out, and leave." So Kelsey and Liz was going back and forth in that room, going at each other. And Liz was up here. I said, "I ain't blaming Liz." Because I said, "Girl, you were trying to insinuate that something's going down." I said, "Girl, at the end of the day, I mean, not you. I am not you." But I told y'all what's up, and that's how it is. Me and Dino is not fucking. Call it a day. But that was Rhode Island, y'all. Real House on Atlanta and Real House on Rhode Island. All good. We're going to continue doing this. We're going to continue to get reviews. I do have to do Bell Collective, Birmingham, and the original together. So y'all know we'll be the next live. Y'all will get that. And then I got to do Mr. Social Corner. And then I got to figure out what the next book will be. So we're going to do continue on another book on the channel. So hope you enjoy. Hope you had a good time with me with the reviews and shows coming up. We got a lot of shows. There's a lot of shows coming on. You know, being that Secret Season 2 is out, so we're gonna do a watch along on that. We're gonna continue on Temptation Island Season 2. You know, The Perfect Match Season 2, Season 3 is coming out in May. Thank you, boo. It's coming out in May. You know, and then Love Island is coming out in June. And I gotta prepare for that. We gotta prepare for Love Island coming out in June, y'all. So, cause you know, that would be like a month and a half or something like that. And that's like an everyday episode. So mostly every day. But that will take up most of the time too. So I gotta mentally prepare myself for that. So that's coming up. I don't know if I'm gonna review Temptation Island, but I just probably just talk about it briefly, how I feel about the cast and whatnot. But that's that. But hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope y'all got a great rest of the day and weekend. If I do a watch along the rest of tonight, I will let y'all know on Discord. Because I gotta get me something to eat and everything. So hope y'all enjoy. Appreciate y'all. And I'll touch y'all later. Peace out. Oh, I forgot to put this on. Yeah, I didn't tell me to put it on. All right, later.